And before I start, I just want to tell you that there has been a lot of work, of hard work, in what they have been talking about the pilot project and this year. So there were very few details, but there is a lot of work, and I'm very grateful that I was a part of the preparation of this project, and that I had the possibility to understand that what has been done before. So I want to share with you some reflections about my work during this first year, because I think it will be useful for you if you are invited in a project that has already started, as it happened with me, or if you start a new project, because you'll have to deal with similar questions and concerns. My activities have been, and I tried to systematize because there was a lot of confusion in the beginning. But what I have tried, first of all, was to familiarize myself with what has been done, with all the activities of my colleagues, with their results, and I also, because I was the only academic not part of the project. So secondly, I participated in the decision-making processes that took part both in the transnational meetings that we have already had and in the many online Skype meetings, long Skype meetings, focused on course calendarization, on syllabus contents, on marking criteria, ethics, guidelines for video collections, and so on. And then I have also dedicated my energy to design several flexible templates that could include me with my context in what has been done. So I try to design some templates for guidelines for the course syllabus, for the students' assignments and the workshops presentations, so that we are streamlined in our workshops, so that the students will be confronted with the same type of presentation, even if the content will be quite different. And these templates are meant not only to streamline our activities across these academic units during the project, but also to ease the adoption of the project results across many other contexts later on. Because what we believe and what really, how should I say, is at the basis of our work is the fact that we believe that the success of this project, on the joint syllabus, will depend only on the flexibility of and ease of adoption in as many contexts as possible. So what about my corporate context? And I have to now go a bit out of the frame of the project to make you understand what happens in my Danish context, because in Denmark and maybe in many other countries, it is a commonplace to view humanities-based higher education as being in the middle of a deep crisis. Yes. However, the value and the impact of humanities has been also demonstrated in the last years due to the increased number of students who graduate humanities and are employed in what we can call untraditional contexts. Yes? Because education does not have to remain the largest single area of graduate employment. So Danish academic institutions have to prove, and also in other countries I expect, that they are more and more responsive to labor market requirements and needs. And in our case, they have tried also to intensify their efforts to meet the needs of the corporate context. So many new study programs were created that can offer the students a real possibility to acquire this double profile that my colleague from University of Copenhagen talks about. And the core idea is that we cannot provide knowledge and expertise that can make a major contribution in enhancing students' chances to get relevant jobs, is to offer them study programs that include teaching related to multimodal digital literacies. So it's not enough to talk about language proficiency in institutes of languages, for example, or communication skills in communication institute, but we have to combine them, and we have also to refer to these multimodal digital literacies. And therefore, in order to provide the students new professional roles and match their academic achievements with the labor market expertise requirements, my university, Aarhus University, has offered for now more than 10 years a bachelor study program in management and marketing communication. And it is one of the most successful study programs that we have had. It started in language environment, and then it developed, and it incorporated communication, and then communication in this specific corporate context. And usually our students get jobs immediately after they get their bachelor papers. And the program has been designed to take into consideration the very specific needs of students who want to enter a wider labor market, yes? Because that's what we are interested in at this time. And in this context, the knowledge acquired about the job descriptions of the position taken by former students have influenced a lot what we are doing. And that kind of information has been invaluable. And I have tried to show you here the fact that there is a wide gap here between academic knowledge and specialized knowledge, about between academic practice and professional practice as far as communication is concerned. And this is the gap that I would like to fill in my course with the module, in order to give the students knowledge and expertise in multimodal digital literacies. Now, this program has been designed by a group of colleagues, and I have been teaching in this program for the last 10 years, communication theory, communication from a marketing perspective, discourse analysis, and so on. And the course I'm responsible for is corporate discourse analysis, and in fact this is the course which I selected to use for the implementation of the module. Now, as this course is focused on providing a very substantial body of knowledge related to discourse analysis of corporate materials, which are and have always been multimodal, it is evident for me, at least at this stage, that this is where the module could or should be very easily integrated. However, although that there are many interactions and connections that can be made between the module and the rest of the course, it has become obvious for me during the last months that we'll also be confronted with some challenges when integrating the module. And I mean, this is a discourse analysis course, but whatever course you are going to teach and try to integrate a new module, you'll be confronted with similar, let's say, questions that you'll have to answer, first to yourself and then to your students. So I want to share them with you now, these concerns that I have been reflecting upon during the last months. Challenges can appear, as my colleagues have already told you, at the level of the institution's various requirements, of course, regarding teaching structure, assessment criteria, grading system, and so on. But they can appear also at the level of the students' expectations. And we shouldn't take this for granted, that they can accept whatever we give them, yes? So the students' expectations are very important and related to how the module can be integrated in any course. This is the first concern that we have to deal with. How do we explain to our students the interaction between such a module and the rest of the course that we teach? And challenges can appear also at the level of the module, because our students, my students for example, are accustomed to receive a very well motivated argumentation of all the choices that have been made regarding specific topics, specific data that has to be analyzed in relation with the exam requirements and the evaluation criteria that are presented in the course description, in the overall course description. So all of us, I think, we have to keep in mind that we have to start with, when preparing our work, our workshops, that we have to answer two questions that appear invariably in my context at least. First of all, how can this help me to pass the exam? Secondly, how can help me this to get a job, or a better job, because they do get a job and their salary is double as mine in their first 3 months. They are very well motivated students, so they ask these questions and they are very challenging. And I think Mark will be the best to give the answers, because Mark will welcome our students after we finish the workshop.
Thanks, Carmen.